Security is searching the grounds now.
Have you told the mother yet?
She's still a bit emotional. I didn't want to worry her until we were sure.
And you are now?
It's getting that way.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Of course. We lose babies all the time. Sorry. No. It's never happened before, not in my experience. Colette.
Where's my baby? Sister, please, I want my baby.
Miss Corbett, I'm afraid we need to talk to you.
John, why don't you knock it on the head and come and have a drink?
I need to finish this, Gov. It's only going to take me about half an hour.
All right, I'll leave one on the bar for you.
Cheers.
So you talked to this woman?
Not talked exactly.
What then?
I saw her in the corridor. I thought she was looking a bit lost, so I asked her if I could help. She almost jumped out of her skin. Anyway, she said no, she didn't need any help and dashed off. Like she'd suddenly remembered where she was going and that she was in a hurry to get there.
And you thought she was a doctor?
She didn't look like a doctor exactly, apart from the coat. She didn't have the manner. I thought she was a radiographer or something.
When she went off, which way did she go?
That way.
Towards postnatal.
And what time was this?
9:15, something like that.
Matthew, can I have a word?
Right. Well, thank you, Mrs. Dobson. If you remember anything else, let us know, will you?
Matthew, I'm going to call CID.
Good idea, sir. It's not looking good. It seems the woman breezed in, picked up the baby and breezed out again.
But she was seen.
The description's rubbish. The white coat made her disappear.
And where were the security guards?
They were busy grooming their guide dogs, sir. I'm going to check and see if the cameras picked her up.
Thanks, George. And what about the baby's mother? Did she see anything?
We couldn't get any sense out of her, sir. When we tried to talk to her, she just went to pieces.
She's 17. Had the baby 5 hours ago after a difficult labour.
The father, then?
He wasn't around. No one knows who he is, except the mother, presumably, and she's not sane.
Sir, just found this in the car park.
Sunhill CID.
Mr. Berry?
Yeah?
Inspector Monroe, Sun Hill. Can I talk to you about the missing baby? I gather you told one of the nurses that you saw a woman in the car park earlier putting something into a car?
Yeah, but it wasn't a car. It was one of those Jeep things.
A four-wheel drive vehicle?
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't say what make.
What time was this?
Around 9:30. I just finished a section. I was gasping for some fresh air. It's parked just over there.
Colour?
Silver. Or I suppose it could have been white.
What about the woman?
She was loading something onto the back seat. It was taking her ages. That's why I noticed.
Did you see what she was loading? But it might have been a baby.
Might have been. It might have been almost anything.
Was anyone else about?
Didn't see anyone.
What happened then?
Woman got in and drove away. It's crazy driving those things around a city. It's always blondes, too. Have you ever noticed it?
She was blonde.
Seems the back of her head as she drove away. Is that a problem?
Well, the woman we're looking for is dark-haired, Mr. Berry, but thanks anyway.
Sorry about that.
Hello, John.
Sir, you're not looking too happy.
I see one. Slim build. He's probably on the tall side, with dark hair. 20 to 40.
Is that it?
And I wouldn't put money on any of it.
It's all right. Cheers, Vicky.
The question is, was she after any baby or this baby in particular?
Exactly. I'm hoping the mother can help us with that.
You up to speed, Carrie?
Pretty much, Sarge.
Right, come on.
Sir, I've got something to show you. She's on the CCTV, sir. Right, there she is, coming in now.
Good timing.
She must have been waiting outside.
I've got her on another camera.
Matthew.
Sir, we can interview the mother now.
Carrie, will you go and have a word? I'll just be a minute.
Sarge.
Right. Here she is again on this one, but this is a different camera this time.
Has she stopped?
She's probably lost, sir.
I think she knows where the video cameras are, don't you, sir?
I do. Which means she's come here before.
Which means she might be on other tapes.
George?
Well, yeah, I'll give it a try, sir, but it could be anywhere on here in the last couple of months. There's the auxiliary.
And she couldn't describe the woman. Can you believe it?
Well, this last tape here is of her actually leaving the hospital.
And if you look closely, I think you'll see that she's got the baby right there.
I was expecting it to be a girl. I did that test, you know, with a ring on a bit of cotton. It's meant to be a wedding ring, but I was gonna call her Sarah. When they told me I'd had a boy, I couldn't think of any boy's name that I liked. I couldn't think of any.
Look, it doesn't matter.
It does. I've lost him now, and he doesn't even have a name. He doesn't have a name.
Well, I'm glad to see you're going to calm down.
Come on, Colette. Please.
Colette, look at me. Look at me. Good. I'm Detective Sergeant Boulton. My name's John, and I want you to listen to me now because I'm going to tell you some important facts. Women who snatch babies do it because they want to look after them, not because they want to harm them. They hardly ever harm them.
How can you be so sure?
In the past 30-odd years, 180 babies have been snatched in this country. 179 of them have been returned safe, well, fairly quickly, too. That's the truth, isn't it, Kerry?
Yes, Sarge.
So you see, Colette, we're onto a winner here. The only question's when. Now, you want your baby back quickly, don't you?
Yeah.
Good. So do we. Now, we can help you. But you've got to help us. Can you help us, Colette? OK. Now, tell us about when you saw this woman.
Well, I woke up suddenly. I must have heard a noise or something. And she was stood over the cot. I thought she was a doctor. She said something about tests.
What did she say about tests?
Routine, she said.
Did you get a good look at her?
No, she was sort of turned away from me.
How old did you think she was?
I really don't know.
Colette, you know when she spoke to you, did she have an accent? OK, just tell us what happened next.
She picked him up. And she took him away. And I just rolled over and I went back to sleep. I was so tired.
Colette, no. That's not going to help bring him back. Now, I want you to think very carefully now. I'm going to ask you an important question. Did you see the woman come in?
I don't think so. I think she was already by the bed when I woke up.
Right. Did she come straight over to you, or did she look at other babies first?
Oh, I don't know. I really can't remember.
All right, all right. Who's the baby's father, Colette? Come on, if you want us to help
He's
you...
got nothing to do with this. He doesn't even know that I'm here.
Who does know you're here?
A couple of friends. My dad. My mum, I think. And that's about all.
All right, we're going to forget about the father for now, but we're going to need to speak to your mum and dad.
No, you don't.
Yes, Colette, we do. Now, either you tell us where they live, or we're going to find out for ourselves.
I'll find out.
OK, but that's going to take time. And time's precious.
Try not to worry about that. I know these things are frightening, but they are one-offs, so you excuse me. And luck with the mother.
Nothing. Give me villains any day, Gov.
So, all we've got is a rubbish description. And the big question is this a random snatch or is it personal?
Well, Colette reckons that very few people knew she was here, so my money's on random.
What do you think?
I reckon it's too early to tell, Gov.
Well, we'd use a bit of luck.
I'll tell you what we need here, Gov.
A miracle.
A profiler.
Over-educated charlatans is what you called them the last time. And that's the polite version.
Yeah, but just think about it. There's all this female emotional stuff.
You wouldn't be thinking of DS Viv Hunt by any chance, would you, John?
Not Viv in particular, just someone who could help us through this, that's all. Well, I mean, why don't you phone Bramshill?
That's a very good suggestion, John, and I will, just as soon as I've got over the shock.
Right, come on, Kerry.
Where are you off to?
I just thought we'd wake up Colette's parents.
This is my wife.
How do you do? I'm Detective Sergeant Boulton. This is WDC Holmes. Could we speak in here, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Go on through.
Right, thank you.
If Colette's all right, it must be the baby. Well, tell us the worst. Why don't you sit down?
Tell us what's happened to our daughter.
Colette's fine. She's upset, obviously, but, Actually, Mrs. Corbett, your husband's right. It might be better if you were sitting down to hear this.
I don't want to sit down.
OK, I'm sorry to have to tell you. Colette's baby was abducted from St Hugh's Hospital earlier this evening. We've no reason to believe the baby's been harmed. In fact, we're reasonably sure he hasn't been. And of course, we're doing everything we can to get him back.
I don't believe it. Abducted? What, you mean snatched?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, how?
A woman dressed as a doctor took the baby from a cot beside Colette's bed and walked out.
What's this got to do with us?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Corbett. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. Your baby grandson has been abducted from your daughter's bedside.
You made yourself crystal clear, Sergeant. Colette is our daughter. Not that you'd know it from the way she carries on. We've had no contact with her for several months now.
You knew she was having a baby?
Of course we knew. That's what I'm talking about.
But did you know she was having it now? Have you heard she's in hospital?
A friend of Colette's called us yesterday to say she'd gone into labour.
And you didn't go and visit her?
I told you.
Mrs. Corbett, we came because we wanted to tell you what happened, but also because we need your help. It's just possible the abductor is someone who knows Colette, or knows she was having the baby now, at least. Can you think of anyone who might want to do something like this?
What a question.
Anyone who might want to hurt Colette in any way?
No.
We don't know Colette's friends.
Well, what about the baby's father? Do you know him?
She wouldn't tell us.
It's one of the wasters she hangs around with. Take your pick.
Is there anything you can think of that might help us?
Nothing.
Okay. Thanks for your time.
Will you go and visit Colette?
No.
Mr. Corbett?
Wouldn't do any good. I'll see you out.
Gov, I've been looking for you. This is Esme Price. She wants to speak to you.
Hello, Esme.
Esme's a student nurse. She was on duty in postnatal when Colette Corbett came in with her baby.
I'm sorry, Inspector, I only just heard. One of the nurses called to tell me what happened and I came in straight away.
So?
Colette Corbett had a visitor.
When was this?
About 6. Out of visiting hours. He must have sneaked in.
It was a man?
Yes.
Can you describe him?
Sorry, I only saw him from the back. I think he was older than her.
But you didn't speak to him?
Too busy. Well, I could see he wasn't doing any harm, so I thought, give him a few minutes, then turf him out. When I looked again, he was gone.
But that's it, that's all you can recall?
I'm sorry. I just never really looked at him.
That's all right, could be very important. What I want you to do is go with PC Hagen here, and she's going to take down the details. And anything you can remember about Colette, that could be useful as well.
Of course, though it won't be very much.
That's right. Thanks. Colette had a visitor, male, a few hours before the kid was snatched.
The baby's father.
That could be. Any luck with Colette's parents?
They haven't seen her in 6 months, Gov.
And they don't want to see her now.
Terrific.
Have you had any luck from Bram's Hill, by the way?
You are keen, John, aren't you?
I just think that DS Hunt can help us here, Gov, that's all.
It just so happens that I did call Bram's Hill, and they're sending someone over first thing tomorrow morning.
Great.
It's just not Viv Hunt.
Well, why not? Isn't she there?
Oh, she's there, but she's on some course or something. They're sending somebody else. John, it's gone to, you look knackered. Why don't you go home, get some kip, and I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Yeah, thanks, Gov. I will. No night.
No. Right, let's see what Colette's got to say about her visitor, shall we? We'll find your baby with or without your help, Colette.
The man who came to visit me, he had nothing to do with this.
But it has to be soon. Very soon, before something bad happens.
But Sergeant Boulton said the woman who took my baby, that she wouldn't hurt him.
I'm sure she won't. But can she look after him? We don't know. We don't know anything, Colette, so please, help us.
The man who came to visit you, Colette, was he the baby's father?
No. He was my dad.
John? John? What are you doing here? You weren't waiting to see me.
We've got this case and I really think you could help us with it. But they told me you were on a course.
So you drove all the way out here and kept in your car?
Yeah.
There's this thing now, John. You obviously haven't heard of it. The telephone?
Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have come, should I?
Well, you're here now, so why don't I buy you a coffee and you can tell me everything?
Oh, thanks, love. Thanks for meeting me here like this. I know it must seem, well, a bit pathetic, but how's it going? Are you near to finding him?
No, Mr. Corbett, I can't honestly say that we are.
Oh.
Mr. Corbett, I'll get straight to the point. When DC Holmes and DS Boulton came to see you last night, why didn't you tell them that you'd been to visit Colette in hospital?
I couldn't. Not with her there.
So your wife had a problem with Colette being pregnant?
Problem? She'd have taken it better if Colette had confessed to murder. Eileen was... She went berserk. Called Colette all the names under the sun, said she was dirty, soiled goods. Colette wasn't taking it. The rows they had. I was almost relieved when Colette walked out. I thought Eileen might soften, want her back again. She hasn't yet.
Where did Colette go?
DSS. Said that she was homeless with a baby on the way. They found her a little flat on the Parkmead. I helped her do it up.
So you visited Colette while she was pregnant?
Well, when I could, yeah. Slipped her a few quid now and then. And then she got herself a little job at the leisure centre.
She sounds like a resourceful girl.
Oh, she is. She needs to be now, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Mr. Corbett, do you know who the father is?
No. She wouldn't tell me. Oh, I didn't press her that hard, mind. Well, no point in ruining a young lad's life too, is there?
What about her friends? Would any of them know?
Well, you could try Nita James. She's the one that told us Colette was in labour. Oh, God, it's all such a mess. I mean, it was a mess before, but now...
Viv, good to see you again.
Good to be here, sir.
Hello, Viv.
John. Busy night?
Sorry?
It looks like you slept in your car.
Yeah, she's right. Why don't you go have a shave, change your shirt?
OK.
The DI said he was sending somebody else over.
Did he? Well, there must be some mix-up.
All right, John. Briefing in half an hour, OK?
OK.
I agree with the DI. It's vital for us to find out if the abductor wanted Colette's baby. And yes, it's important to know the identity of the father. But we mustn't forfeit Colette's trust. One last thing. Everyone's a victim here. The abductor just as much as Colette and her son. God knows what desperate state a woman must be in to steal a baby, but this woman needs our sympathy and our help.
Is she likely to harm the baby?
On balance, I'd say no. Not intentionally, anyway.
Well, we've got a lot of journalists out there kicking their heels. I think we should use some of them to make an appeal.
Would Colette go on TV?
Well, I'm sure she would if she thought it would help, but whether she's up to it...
I've known appeals to be decisive in cases like this.
Well, they tie up so many people, sir. Half the phone calls are a waste of time. Hey, if there is a personal angle to this, wouldn't we be better off trying to find out what it is?
Well, we can do that, follow up the leads we've got, and still get an appeal on the early evening news. Do you agree, sir?
Yeah, sounds good to me. What does the expert think?
I'd just say this, sir. For the first 36, maybe 48 hours, we could appeal directly to the abductor. After that...
Why's that, Sarge?
She'll have bonded with the baby by then. She'll think of it as hers. Any appeal will just slide off her.
So what do we do?
Direct the appeal to the people around her. Family, friends, neighbours. Hope someone's seen a woman with a baby she's not supposed to have.
All right, now this is the second one. As she comes along the corridor, and then she stops like she's lost, which is odd.
She's not lost. If you're lost, you look around for help. She's thinking. Having an attack of doubt. And go back to the beginning? We'll stop there. And it looks like she's wearing a wig.
It's all over the school. There's a rumour going around the baby's been found dead.
Blimey, you're a morbid lot.
So it's not true then?
No, Nita, it's not true.
Did she have a girl?
No, a boy.
Great, she wanted a boy. God knows why, though. I mean, they're a lot more trouble, aren't they?
OK, once you've done that, I want you to have a word with the doctor. Cherry or Barry, I think his name is. He said he saw a woman down in the car park, but she was blonde, so it got a low priority. All right? You get on to that? Right, thanks.
This is Nita James, Gov.
Thanks for coming in. I'm Detective Inspector Deakin. Now, we think you might be able to help us find Colette's baby.
How?
By telling us the name of the father. You know, don't you?
You better ask Colette about that.
We already have. She won't tell us.
So why ask me?
We need to talk to him, Nita. He may know something about the abduction.
You think he's got it? Oh, get real. He didn't even want her to have the kid in the first place. He tried to make her have an abortion, and now you think he's got it?
He might know something. Maybe he told someone and that someone snatched the baby.
Even if it's just to eliminate him.
Yeah, someone ought to eliminate him.
Don't you like him?
He's a creep. Well, first he said it wasn't even his, but Colette's never been with anyone else. Then he orders her not to tell anyone.
Well, she told you.
No, she didn't even tell me. I guessed. Then he tried to make her get rid of it. Seemed like she cried non-stop for about 2 months. Then, when it was too late, he drops her like a hot brick.
What's his charmer's name, Nita?
Phil Goff.
He a mate of yours?
What? Well, hardly. He's a teacher. Here at Shad Thames.
Any news?
Sorry, Colette, no, but I'd like you to meet someone. This is Detective Sergeant Hunt. She's an expert in finding people.
Viv, I want to ask you about last night.
I really can't remember anything.
That may be because you were tired and upset.
I don't know. I have tried. It's just... I didn't see this woman. Not properly.
Perhaps I can help you remember.
Why, are you going to hypnotise me?
No. Just help you to relax. Have the doctors given you any tranquilizers?
They gave me some last night, but I wouldn't take them today. I thought they might come out of my milk.
Maybe I could give him 100 lines. I must not get my pupils in the club.
I really don't think we should be meeting here.
I'm Detective Inspector Deakin. This is Detective Constable Holmes from Sun Hill.
Right, what did you tell the head?
Just that we wanted to speak to Colette's tutor.
Can we talk after school or at lunchtime at least?
I appreciate that this is a delicate situation, Mr. Goff. I presume you are Philip Goff.
Yes, of course I am.
It's also an urgent one. The baby was abducted 14 hours ago, and we really need to get him back. I take it we can clear one thing up. You don't deny being the child's father.
I don't deny it talking to you off the record. I would deny it in other company.
So you haven't told anyone?
Do me a favour. Colette gave her word she wouldn't either. That obviously doesn't count for much.
Actually, Colette did keep her word. Someone else guessed, and they told us.
Nita James. A little bitch.
Can you think of anybody who'd want to take the child?
No. No, I can't, and I really don't know why you're bothering to ask me this.
We're bothering to ask you, Mr. Goff, because he's your son too. Or had that slipped your mind?
I haven't seen Colette for 5 months. Not since she dropped out of school. And until this blew up today, yes, if you really want to know, it had slipped my mind.
But you knew the baby was due.
Colette told me, yes, before we split up.
Before you dumped her, you mean?
Hey, listen, I wouldn't have dumped her. Not if she'd had the sense to get rid of it. I offered to fix that up, so if she chose not to, it makes it her responsibility. Look, I've got a career here. I've got a wife.
Any children?
No.
Why not? If you don't mind my asking.
Well, I just haven't managed it yet.
So how did you feel when Colette got pregnant?
Well, actually, it was a relief.
I'm sorry.
It meant the fact that my wife had failed to conceive wasn't down to me.
Your wife worried about that?
About what?
She bothered about not having children.
Hang on. I can see where you're going with this, and it's right off beam. No, Helen's not bothered by the fact it's taking her a while. She's totally relaxed about it. Plus, she doesn't know anything about me and Colette, let alone about the baby. So if you're working up some neat little theory about my wife stealing my baby from my ex-girlfriend, forget it.
I wasn't, actually.
Good.
But now that you mention it, where was she last night?
She was at home.
With you?
No. I'd gone out, I got back just after midnight. She'd already gone to bed. I didn't notice a newborn baby in bed with her, but I was tired. Please, Inspector, let this drop. It's not a runner.
Where's your wife at the moment? She at home?
Yeah. But
We may need to speak to her. So I'd go home if I were you. Now.
Well, what am I supposed to tell her?
That's up to you, Mr. Goff.
So you're in bed, in that ward, with your baby son lying next to you in his cot. Is he sleeping?
Yeah. Well, sometimes he was asleep. And then he'd wake up and just look at me. I remember thinking, I've got somebody to look after now.
There are 2 other mothers with their babies in the room with you. Who's nearest the door?
They are. There's one each side, and I'm in the far corner.
Is the room dark?
It's sort of like this.
So you can see okay? Someone comes in.
A doctor.
Man or woman?
A woman. It's a new one. I haven't seen her before.
So how do you know she's a doctor then?
She's wearing a doctor's coat. She stands there and she looks around her as if she's not sure of something. And she goes to the black woman and then to the other mum, and she looks at the clipboard on her bed. And then she comes to me, but she doesn't look at me. She never looks at me, only at him.
Your baby?
My baby. She bends over the cot talking.
What does she say, Colette?
Come on. Come on, little one. Come on, Charlie.
She calls him Charlie.
Yeah, that's when I say something. She's surprised. She thought I was asleep.
What does she do?
She goes, we've got to do some tests, Miss Corbett. Nothing to worry about. You go back to sleep and I'll have him back before you wake up.
She calls you by name?
Yeah. And then she picks him up. And he's awake. But he's so good he doesn't cry.
Do you want a cup of tea or something? You've done really well, Colette. The abductor was under enormous pressure, yet she waited, didn't rush in, didn't go to pieces when challenged. She's confident, cool, and well prepared. She knew the hospital. From past experience, I'd put her between 25 and 35, probably towards the top end of that. We're not talking about one of Colette's school chums here.
Oh, you say she knew Colette?
Knew of her. She knew when the baby was due.
Why are you saying that she went specifically for Colette's baby?
She called Colette by name without checking her notes. She glanced at the other mothers just long enough to see that one was black and the other was over 30. This woman is intelligent, capable, probably well-educated, and desperate. She put herself through hell to get that baby. I think she may have lost a baby herself, either through miscarriage or cot death. That may be why she called Colette's son Charlie. Though we shouldn't read too much into that. It may just be a figment of her imagination. It's possible she's in a failing relationship, and the loss of her own baby may have contributed to that. She believes that a child, someone else's child, could save her marriage.
She'll pass Colette's son off as her own?
Yes.
So she can't have any children herself?
Presumably not. She may have been trying. She may even have let people know she's expecting now. There have been cases where women have acted out an entire pregnancy, padding themselves with cushions. Even their husbands have been fooled.
Where is her husband in all of this?
Sorry, Gov. My crystal ball doesn't show me that.
Well, maybe he's left her already. Maybe she's trying to win him back.
Could be. The abductor must have known about Colette from a friend's daughter, a neighbour. She may also have heard that Colette's not married, no boyfriend, that her parents have thrown her out. Now, this really is speculation, but that may be why she chose Colette's baby.
Could you explain that a bit more?
What I'm saying is that this woman may think that she'd make a better mother to the baby than Colette. She may think of herself as the rightful mother, even the real mother. I'm saying that this woman is seriously psychologically disturbed.
Look, I'm sorry to butt in, but if we're going to make the early evening news, we better get ready for this appeal.
Phil told me about it when he got home. How's your head now, love?
Getting worse by the minute.
Poor girl. She must be going through hell. Had you heard of Colette Corbett before today, Mrs. Goff? I don't remember the name. Have you mentioned her, Phil?
It's possible. I don't see why I would have done, though.
Well, you seem to be a favourite of hers, Mr. Goff.
I was her personal tutor.
Lots of the pupils like Phil. They feel he's on their side, especially the girls.
Why'd you say that, Mrs. Goff?
You know what adolescent girls are like. Well, they're going to have to tighten up security at St. Hugh's. Have you ever been there, Mrs. Goff? No, only County General.
I thought this was an urgent investigation.
It is.
Yet you can sit around drinking tea.
Phil.
Is there some point to this visit?
Yes, Mr. Goff, there is.
Well, why don't you just tell us what it is, then, huh?
All right. We've received some new information about the abductor. We think that she may have known about Colette, but not known her personally. We've got a description of sorts. So we thought of someone who knows Colette and knows her friends.
Well, let's hear it, then.
The woman's about 30, maybe older. Quite tall, blonde hair, maybe. Self-assured. Drives a Land Rover sort of vehicle. Does that ring any bells?
No, sorry. Not a tinkle.
Well, then we won't waste any more of your time.
Inspector Deacon! I didn't take the baby.
No, I know that, Mrs. Goff.
It's Phil's, isn't it?
What makes you think that?
I know my husband has affairs with his pupils. This girl's not the first. What's she like?
She's a bit of an innocent. Trusting. Not much more than a kid herself.
I've turned a blind eye. I should have faced him with this before. If I had, he might have stopped. Now it's too late.
So you're just gonna forget about it?
No. I'm going to call the school and tell them everything. Then I'm going to leave him. Thank God we never had kids.
Yes, I'll offer sympathy and support, but it's important to be firm as well.
Firm's not going to work here, sir. It's 18 hours since she took the baby. We don't know how she's coping. She could be at the end of her tether by now.
Oh, that's why she needs a steadying hand.
If we push her, sir, she could panic. She could abandon the baby or worse.
I don't think so.
Just invite her to make contact. Let us know the baby's okay, then we'll take it from there.
I have done this before, dear son.
Sir, for the appeal, get Colette to give the baby a name.
Whip up the CID, get as many phones as you can. Kerry, where are you off to?
Nowhere, Gov.
Good.
John, what's going on?
If the DI is roping everyone into the appeal, don't let him see that. He's going to have you on the end of a phone.
Well, we'd be more useful elsewhere, don't you think?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Colette?
Well, I described the woman in your profile. She doesn't know anyone like that.
Ah, someone must know the abductor.
Who can we ask? Her friends?
Or her parents.
Yeah, they haven't exactly been helpful so far. Do you want a coffee?
Not on that thing.
The thing is, he's too much of a wuss to open his mouth. She doesn't even care.
I don't know, John. I just think...
If someone knows something, yeah, so do I.
Maybe we're just getting desperate. Maybe the appeal is our best shot and we should get on the phone.
Listen, Viv, if we're right and the Corbetts are the key to this, how do we get through to them?
Well, the appeal's going out on the early evening news. We could use it. Apply a little emotional blackmail.
John, would you like a glass of my homebrew?
No thanks, Jim.
You should be proud of your daughter, Mrs. Corbett. It takes guts to go on television.
Drop of scotch, steady the nerves.
My nerves are fine, thanks.
Is advised to contact their GP.
You two aren't married, are you? To each other, I mean.
Pity's sake, James.
No,
Jim, we're colleagues, that's all.
I just thought, seeing you sitting side by side on the sofa there, you make such a nice couple.
Jim, just shut up! Just shut up! Just stop blathering and sit down. Sit down there! Don't speak and don't move.
The appeal's about to begin.
Last night, only hours after he was born. A woman pretending to be a doctor walked into the maternity wing at St. Hugh's Hospital and took the baby from the cot by his mother's bed. The police and the baby's mother, Colette Corbett, are appealing to the abductor.
I only had him for a few hours, but that was the best time of my life. So please, let me have my baby back. Rory's my son, and I love him. And I just want him back. So please.
I'm sure that we can all see the emotional agony that Colette is going through. We can understand it. We can even feel it a little. But I doubt if anybody understands it or feels it more than the woman who went into St. Hugh's Hospital last night and took baby Rory, Colette's newborn
Rory.
son. It's to
That was my father's name.
we're addressing our appeal. Now, whatever it is that drove you to take baby Rory, we can be of help. So please get in contact with us and we can work something out. The number is 0171 515 2111.
Very good, sir. Very solid, very sincere.
Oh, thanks, Jack. I think it was okay. Let's hope it brings results. Thanks.
OK, here we go. Get rid of the cranks and the time wasters as soon as possible.
Hello, can I help you?
You saw him?
Well, just for a few moments.
Was he asleep?
I was wide awake, lying there in the cot looking around. Happy little thing.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you say that you've been seeing Colette?
I tried to. You didn't want to know.
Eileen, I think we should talk now.
You see, there are things we know about this woman who abducted the baby. We think that she might know Colette, or know of her at least.
Gov, I think this is genuine. She says her sister took the baby.
What's her name?
Won't give it, and I think it's a mobile.
Damn it. Keep her talking, I'll try and get a trace. See if you can get an address.
Well, I can't say whether your sister would blame you. But I can say that you'd be doing the right thing. Yeah, of course you can speak to him.
Right, go and get Mr. Brownlow now, will you?
How do you know all this?
Educated guesswork.
And there's one more thing. We think that she drives a four-wheel drive vehicle, you know, like a Jeep, and it's probably light-coloured, silver or white.
I don't know anyone like that. How about you, love?
I just remembered something. I've got to go out. I've got to go somewhere.
Eileen, what do you know?
Nothing. I don't know a thing.
Come on, Eileen. Do you know who's got your grandson?
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
Here, sir.
Thanks. Hello? This is Chief Superintendent Brownlow. Yes, it was me you saw on television. Can we get a speaker on this?
She says her sister took Rory. Apparently the sister lost a baby recently and it sent her off the rails.
Right.
But she sounded very convincing.
I realise how very difficult this must be for you, but believe me, we can help your sister.
One of the people I clean for is Barbara Truman. You might have heard of her. She used to be a model. I've been working for her for 5 years, 2.5 days a week. Her husband's in computers. He's away all the time, abroad. And Barbara gets lonely in that big house, and she's glad there's someone to talk to.
Did you talk about Colette?
Yeah, we talked a lot about her. I told Barbara that she was pregnant, no husband. To talk to someone. Barbara is great. She asked after Colette all the time. Then about 2 months ago, she fired me.
Why?
She told me that she was expecting a baby, almost 5 months gone. Well, I said, won't you need me all the more? But she said no, she'd be making other arrangements. She'd be getting an au pair, she said.
Were you surprised she was pregnant?
Well, it didn't show, and she never mentioned it when we were talking about Colette, which struck me as odd, but then I know she's had 3 or 4 miscarriages, and I just thought she didn't want to tempt fate.
Miscarriages?
Yeah, she spent a fortune on clinics.
Apart from her husband being away a lot, do you think it's a good marriage?
She says she thinks he's unfaithful. She says he doesn't love her like he used to now that she's losing her looks.
Well, how old is she?
It's just her way of talking. She's 35 and still gorgeous.
Maggie, how did your sister know about Colette Corbett?
I don't know. All I know is she went into St. Hugh's and took the baby. It had to be a boy.
That's because her baby was a boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Maggie, where are you speaking from?
I've got to go go now.
Maggie, listen to me. Maggie, please, don't put the phone down. Now, please, please tell me where you're talking from. Now, we can help you.
She needs me.
Is that Rory that I can hear?
It wasn't really my sister.
Maggie, did you take that baby boy from the hospital?
Yes.
Maggie? Maggie? Maggie, please come back to the phone. Maggie? Are you still there?
Gov, it's John. Listen, we've got a lead. There's a woman called Barbara Truman. We're going to go around there straight away.
Well, we've got a strong lead, John.
Look, we need to move fast in case she changes her mind and clears off. All right, Andrew?
Pretty certain, yeah. She saw the appeal.
Chris, quick as you can. I want to get the briefing sorted.
Yeah, I've got an address. We're going around there now. Yeah. All I've got to do is phone up the social services.
Yeah, OK, Gov. Well, listen, good luck. Bye.
What's happening?
They think they found someone to mount an operation. Listen, Viv, do you think you could be wrong about Barbara Truman?
Oh, so it's you now, is it? I'm on my own now all of a sudden.
Do you think we could be wrong about Barbara Truman?
Barbara Truman could fit the profile perfectly and still not be the abductor. As for all the rest, it's just gossip, really.
Do you think we're wrong?
No, I don't. I think that woman took the baby.
The primary objective, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you this, is to recover this baby safely without upset or injury. And quickly, because I want to avoid a standoff. I do not want to get into negotiations with this woman, because she's unstable and we can't predict what she'll do. So you ask her to hand the baby over. If she doesn't take it, we move in hard, fast and clean. I don't want her harmed. Any luck?
Social services say that Maggie Stone has lost a baby recently. She's had some sort of breakdown. We're trying to get in touch with her sister, Jackie.
How did Barbara Truman know that Colette was in hospital?
I don't know.
How did she know which hospital she was in?
I don't know that either.
Viv, we could be making a really big mistake here.
Whatever it was, we're talking about a woman who's seriously obsessed. We know Barbara Truman has time and money to burn. She could have been following Colette around for the past month. It's perfectly plausible. Or she could have hired a private investigator. I don't know the answers to those questions, John, but I do know there's one way we could find out. Are you normally this indecisive?
No, only when I'm around you. Viv, you know when all this is over, could we see each other?
Aren't we seeing each other now?
Oh, come on, don't make this hard for me. I really like you, Viv.
I really like you too.
Great. No problem.
Well, apart from the fact I'm seeing someone else, John. We were planning to get married.
We're planning to get married, you mean you're not anymore?
That's not what I meant.
Well, that's what you said. Past tense.
Hey, don't get analytical on me. That's my job. Do you think we're really falling for each other, or is the emotion of the case getting to us?
I know what I think.
Shall I do a PNC check?
No, don't bother. We're going to do this anyway.
Look at that luggage. She must be going somewhere.
You sat round the back, Matt.
Affirmative, Gov.
George?
There's somebody up there.
Who is it?
Mrs. Truman?
Yes, what do you want?
This is Detective Sergeant Boulton. I'm here with Detective Sergeant Hunt. Could we have a word with you, please?
Is this about the Jeep? Because if it is, my husband's already called to sort it out.
It's not about the Jeep, Mrs. Truman.
Wait there, I'll come down.
OK, we've waited long enough. George?
Okay.
What the hell's going on?
Police! Are you Maggie Stone?
No, I'm not! Sorry to keep you waiting. Well, if it's not the Jeep, what is it?
Could we talk inside, please?
I'm sorry, my husband's away. I'm here by myself. If you don't mind, I'd really rather not. Can't you just tell me what it is?
Yes, it's in connection with a baby that was abducted from St Hugh's Hospital last night. You might have seen it on the news.
No, I don't know anything about that.
If you're on your own, Mrs. Truman, why do you keep looking back into the house?
I don't know what you mean.
Are you going somewhere, Mrs. Truman?
What?
The bag's in your Jeep.
We have to catch a flight. That's why I can't let you in.
We?
Who's we, Mrs. Truman?
Open the door!
We want to help you, Mrs. Truman. You and the baby.
It's no good. We'd need a tank.
There's always a way in. Come on.
Maggie's baby son died. 6 weeks later, my daughter was born. Awful timing.
Maggie was jealous.
Well, she didn't show it. Not till now. She offered to look after Kylie when I went back to work, and I just thought it might help.
Deacon. OK, thanks. Police officer at your sister's flat now, Jackie. Your daughter's fine.
Oh, thank God. And what about Maggie?
She's admitted to making the hoax call.
Do you need a hand?
I'm fine.
Mrs. Truman! Mrs. Truman!
Barbara! Upstairs.
Mrs. Truman.
John! It's a boy.
Is it Colette?
Oh, look. This is what she called him in the hospital.
Barbara? Mrs. Truman? Barbara! Mrs. Barbara! Are you in there, Mrs. Truman? Viv.
Are you going to see Colette?
Yeah, thought I would.
Didn't you bring her anything?
No, it didn't even occur to me.
Here, why don't you give her these? It'll be better coming from you. Well, more of a surprise, anyway.
All right, then, just for you.
I've just seen Barbara Truman in intensive care.
Is she okay? Because we're still waiting to interview her.
I think she will be. I want to talk to her too. Try and get some insight into why she did what she did.
So, have you forgotten what I said, in the car?
No, I haven't forgotten.
Well, was it just the emotion of the case?
Maybe.
Maybe. Look, can I see you again, Viv? Because I know that Jim Corbett might have been blathering and everything, but I think he had a point. I think that we'd make a really good couple. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Well...
I'm 32, John. Not much younger than Barbara Truman. I love my job, but I want kids too, soon, before it's too late. Are you ready for that?
I might be.
Come on, John. You live alone, you work all the hours of the day and night, you take all the overtime you can get, and when you're not working, you do what you want when you want. Call it freedom or selfishness. That's what you're like. Your idea of a long-term relationship is having breakfast together the morning after.
Oh, come on, that's really low.
I doubt you've ever kept a girlfriend longer than a couple of months. Need I go on?